Anxiety is the intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday situations. And in a world where what we consider normal is no longer the case, those anxieties can grow.
Things have changed. One thing that we thought one day would turned out to be different the next day. And so I think a lot of that has also triggered some anxiety in kids that didn't have those type of symptoms prior to COVID-19.
So how do we get a handle on it and help our children navigate the ups and the downs of the pandemic and post-pandemic life? We went straight to the experts. Michelle Mayer says that her son Matthew has never had an easy time with navigating life changes.
He's very motivated by schedules and things like that. And if something unexpected happens, he gets very upset and worried.
When the pandemic hit, those anxieties were heightened.
Since COVID, I have to sit down with him and watch the news because he wants to see the COVID numbers because it worries him. He wants to see if they've gone up or down. And now that it's trending down, he's much better. But boy, when it was, when the cases and the deaths were skyrocketing, it was really worrisome for him.
Today, a year after the pandemic started, Michelle finds herself still navigating those waters.
Because we're in territory that none of us have ever been before. And you just really need to be patient with your child. Yeah, and try to reassure them that you're constant, you're always there, even though things have changed so much.
Dr. Lauren Bailey, a pediatrician with Lourdes Physician Group, says that Michelle's story is not uncommon. It's one that she's hearing more and more as people try to return to what they consider normal life.
Asking them just open, like, how was your day? How was school? That kind of stuff. A lot of times it can kind of open that pathway for you to have conversations with them, or even using different methods like painting or drawing. Some kids are better at that than, sitting there and talking about their own feelings.
Those open-ended questions could lead to the root of the problem, something your pediatrician can help you with.
That is one of the things we are doing. We're always supposed to screen teenagers, but we've also been screening a lot of younger kids for anxiety and depression symptoms. And, we can kind of help guide you along as to whether we think we can kind of do things at home, or if we even need maybe some more professional help, like formal counseling or things like that, to help a child kind of cope with everything.
Bailey says something else to consider is routine. Once that's in place, the rest will follow.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, their nighttime routine, exercise, all those things that help us normally with just overall wellness is also going to help us a lot with mental health. And that will kind of help them to kind of focus away from all the things that are happening in the world and just let them kind of go back to a little bit sense of normalcy, kind of being a kid.
As for Michelle, that's something she strives for every day, knowing she's doing her best to raise a happy, healthy child.